Hey guys, what is going on? We are back with another best class setup in Vanguard video for you here. We're going to be taking a look at what are my top 10 favorite best guns and the best class setups in Vanguard in the Season 1 update. We're moving towards the Season 2 update very soon. That is dropping on the 14th of February, which is not too far away. But again, just before we do get into that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it. It really does help me out. Of course, we are still looking for 6,000 subscribers, and if you could help me achieve that goal, that would be absolutely amazing. That's a really cool milestone for us to hit. So let's talk about my favorite, the top 10 best class setups, the best guns in Vanguard Season 1, because there's some really cool picks in there. So these are, of course, going to be in no particular order here. Some of you might find a particular favorite weapon in this list, or I might have missed something. If I did miss something, make sure you do let me know in the comments. But we are actually going to start off with the Cooper Carbine here. This is one of the best assault rifles in the game going around right now. Very easy to control, decent time to kill at about 180, 170-ish milliseconds. Really good weapon, very easy to control, one of the best assault rifles in the game right now. Starting us off, we do have that Mercury silencer here for the sounds of pressure as well as that recoil control. We do also have the 22-inch Cooper Custom for the highly accurate controllable weapon. This does increase our horizontal recoil control by 51%, which is a very nice little boost, as well as giving us a touch of an increase to our fire rate. Then in the optic slot, we do have the slate reflector here for a very nice clear side picture. The stock, we do have the Cooper 45RS for the initial accuracy and recoil control, aim down side speed and recoil recovery. M1928 hand stop in the underbarrel, which is a recoil control and an accuracy variant. Then we do have the magazine, which is the 45 round mag here, giving us a little bit of an increase to our damage, our range, our bullet penetration, and our magazine ammo capacity. This does take us to 34 damage per bullet, which again, does allow us to get that 3-shot kill. Then in the ammo, we do have the lengthened one here for the bullet velocity increase. This is a nice little boost to our hit detection, but you can take compressed rounds as well if you do want to increase your TTK by about 5%. Then in the rear grip, we do have the fabric grip for the aim down sight speed and the sprint to fire speed. Efficiency, we do have brace here for the initial accuracy and recoil, and then we do have the kit, which is fully loaded here for the most amount of starting ammo. We're doing rapid fire today, no faffing around. We got the Welgun here. This is one of the best SMGs going around. They recently nerfed this with a little bit of a bug fix to the 45 round mag to not allow this to get a very easy and reliable 2-shot kill. So we rejigged the class setup a little bit to make it still a semi-reliable 2-shot kill if you are getting a lot of that burn damage in. Again, we start off with the recoil booster here for the fire rate increase of about 5%. This is a nice little boost. As you can see, we do 45 damage per bullet, and this does, of course, come from our magazine, which is still a .45 48 round mag. Again, they did bug fix this. They nerfed this recently to not have as much vital damage as it did previously, but because we are running the incendiary ammo with this as well, this does essentially allow us to get still 2-shot kills once that burn damage tick does go out. In the barrel, we do have the 32mm SA Shrouded for a highly accurate and controllable weapon. We also still get the larger hit zone, or the larger crit zone rather, which includes the upper torso here. Again, this does allow us to get more easy 2-shot kills with that incendiary damage. Then the slate reflector here, again a very nice clear side picture. The SA43 folding for the hipfire accuracy. Aim walking movement speed is also quite important for this to be able to move around a little bit faster with this particular SMG. Aim down side speed and initial accuracy and recoil. M1928 hand stop for the recoil control and the accuracy. Then we have the fabric grip again for the aim down side speed and the sprint to fire speed. Gung Ho reduces our sprint to fire speed to basically 0, and we can fire this thing while we are sprinting, which is a very powerful perk. And then we round this off with fully loaded here as well for the most amount of starting ammo. I think this is probably the best SMG in the game still, even after the most recent bug fixes / nerfs. Moving on here, we have my other favorite assault rifle in the game right now, which is the Automaton. I think this is just a secondary sort of to the Cooper Carbine. It's kind of a coin flip which one you do prefer. Some people say the Automaton, some people say the Cooper Carbine. Bit of a coin flip like I said. Again, the attachments are very similar to how we have featured previously. This is a very high damaging build with a quite fast TTK. Recoil booster increases that fire rate by about 5%, but if you do want it to make it a little bit easier to control, I'd take the MX silencer as well for a little bit of extra recoil control. Then the Zac FA short does increase our damage. Combined with the magazine that we're about to talk about in just a second here, does take our damage to 39 damage per bullet at 800 RPM, which is a very quick TTK. The slate reflector again for a super nice clear side picture here. I wouldn't really recommend anything else. In the stock, we do have the Zac skeletal for the aim walking movement speed increase. This is really important for this particular weapon, as moving around the map when we are aimed down sight is very powerful. In the underbarrel, of course, we have that M1928 hand stop here, but again, you can take an M3 ready grip as well for a little bit of a boost to our aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. In the magazine, as we mentioned, the 50 round mag, of course, to increase our damage, range, bullet velocity, and bullet penetration. Again, that damage number of 39 damage per bullet at 800 RPM, a very quick TTK here. Lengthened in the ammo type does allow us to get that extra bit of bullet velocity, which is perfect for our hit detection. Does take our number to 1380 meters per second. Then in rear grip, I believe we could probably take like a stipple grip tape just to give us a little bit of a boost to our recoil control. But you can also pick a fabric grip as well for the aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. Proficiency, we do have tight grip here for a little bit of a boost to our accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. And then we finish this off with fully loaded again for the most amount of starting ammo here. Moving on, we do have a very interesting class setup, and basically this Bren particular class that does allow us to get 2-shot kills. Plays a little bit like a marksman rifle. I definitely recommend setting this to the single fire mode, which is a very, very interesting thing to do in this game. And again, plays a little bit like a marksman rifle, which we'll talk about in a second. Starting us off here, we do have the Mercury Silencer, again for a little boost to our recoil control and allows us to stay off the minimap when we are firing. The barrel, the Oaken Shield 590mm Model 2B, which is an absolute mouthful, does increase our damage to 50 damage per bullet, gives us a vital damage shot of 75, as well as a little bit of extra bullet damage, as well as a little bit of extra vehicle damage, which is not super relevant, but again, 2-shot kills here are very, very cool. G16 2.5 times optic does allow us to get more accurate shots at those medium distances. Medium to long range with this is quite easy to control. Then the remove stock, again for the movement speed, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and aim walking movement speed with this is again very powerful. Then we do have the Mark 6 skeletal for a little bit more of a boost to our aim down sight speed, taking this number to 407 milliseconds. No magazine here because I don't think any of them actually help us out. We take the FMJ rounds, or I believe the lengthened rounds are also good as well for a boost to our bullet velocity, but of course bullet penetration is cool too. Then the fabric grip, again aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, very important for LMGs. And then the sleight of hand, of course, for the reload speed as well. Can be a little slow to reload this thing, so this helps out. And then we do have fully loaded here for the most starting ammo. So again, turn this to single fire mode, which is B on your keyboard if you are playing on PC, or I believe it's one of the directional pad options on a controller. And again, set this to single fire mode and just tap fire people. You'll get easy 2-shot kills. This is a lot of fun. Try this out if you've not already done so. Moving on here again to a very similar weapon to what we just featured previously in the Bren, but this is another actual marksman rifle, and this is the Gewehr, the G43, I believe this is known as. Again, we do get 2-shot kills here, and this is a lot of fun. You really can just walk around with the aim down sight held up most of the time, and you can get easy kills here. The only thing that does sort of let this down a little bit is the fact that we do have 10-round mags. Again, with the 30-06 10-round mag, we do get an increase to our damage, which does take our damage number to 50 damage per bullet. Again, 2-shot kills, but you are a little short in the magazine compartment. So MX Silencer as well for the accuracy increase, as well as that sound suppression keeping us off the radar. We do have the ZP 770mm Precision for, of course, the highly accurate and controllable weapon does increase our horizontal recoil control by 45%, as a very, very nice attachment here. In the optic, of course, we do have that slate reflector again, but you can take a G16 2.5 times if you like a little bit medium, little bit long range combat with this thing. And 1941 hand stop again for recoil control and accuracy. We already talked about the magazine, so we take the lengthened ammo type again for a little bit of a boost to our bullet velocity. Let's take our number to almost 1500 meters per second. In the rear grip, we do have the fabric grip here for the aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed. We've already said this a lot. And then the tight grip again for the accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. Not super relevant as we only have 10 rounds, but it's the best one that we can take. And then we have the fully loaded kit here for the maximum starting ammo. So again, keep in mind, walk around with the aim down sight held up with this thing, reload constantly because you don't have that many bullets. But when you do get those shots on target, you're absolutely deleting people, which is super satisfying. Moving on to one of the other favorite SMGs in the game at the moment, which is the Type 100. I really do believe this is one of the better guns going around. I believe you can get the TTK on this thing down to about 140 milliseconds up close, which is very strong. That starts off with the recoil booster here as well for a +2 to our fire rate. Again, about a 4.5% boost, a nice increase. Warabachi 134mm rapid barrel for increase to our fire rate, again of 23%. This allows us to get 40 damage per bullet at 882 RPM, which calculates about 140 milliseconds worth of TTK. Then the slate reflector again for a very nice clear side picture. The Shiraishi T100 for horizontal recoil control and aim down sight speed. The M1941 hand stop, again, you already know what this does, recoil control and accuracy. The .30 Russian short 30-round mag for the increase to our damage, bullet penetration, range, and bullet velocity. Again, makes this a very fine weapon in this game. The magazine does feel a little short because of the high fire rate, but you do take sleight of hand to sort of counteract that. Lengthened ammo type as well for the bullet velocity increase of 30%. The leather grip is another one you can take for the aim down sight speed, but I also like the fabric grip as well for the aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. And then the kit, we usually take fully loaded with this thing for the maximum starting ammo again. So again, the Type 100 definitely competes for one of the best SMGs in the game right now, so just try this out if you've not already done so. It's a monster. Moving on to what is probably the class setup that I have performed best with in this game. It's a little strange how well I've done with this thing. I've dropped like a number of different V2 rockets with the BAR, the class setup that we're about to talk about. This thing is a machine at getting those 2 two-shot kills. Again, we do start off with that recoil booster here for a little bit of a boost to our fire rate, taking that number to 382 RPM at 68 damage per bullet, which we're about to talk about in a second here, means we get very fast TTK, easy two-shot kills here. The CGC 27-inch 2B does give us, of course, the highly accurate and controllable weapon, gives us 0.9 degrees worth of horizontal recoil control. That's ridiculous here. That is such a laser beam. In the optic, again, the slate reflector, very nice clear side picture, but again, a G16 2.5 times for 8. Again, medium range to longer range optic. In the stock slot, we're actually taking the pistol grip custom here, again, for the aim down side speed boost, as well as a little bit of a change to our horizontal recoil control. 1941 hand stop as well, recoil control and accuracy. The .50 BMG 30 round mag does increase our damage to 68 damage per bullet, which we did mention previously. This is absolutely ridiculous for getting two-shot kills. The lengthened ammo type just to give us as much bullet velocity as possible, so we hit the target as well at that slow fire rate. The bullets land very, very quickly here. Again, fabric grip for the aim down side speed, sprint to fire speed. We do have sleight of hand because the reload on this thing can be a little slow. And then we do have the kit, which is fully loaded here for the most amount of starting ammo again. Oh, we are going speed mode here, double time. We are going for the STG-44, still being able to get that two-shot kill technically with, of course, the added incendiary rounds. This thing is a lot of fun. You used to be able to just get easy two-shot kills with like the Vital and the larger magazine. Can't do that anymore, but you can throw on the incendiary rounds and it still works pretty decently here. Again, we do have the F8 stabilizer here for the accuracy and the damage range. This is a nice one to keep us on target here. The VDD 760mm, of course, 05B, the highly accurate and controllable weapon, does give us 47% increase to our horizontal recoil control. Really easy to hit the target with this thing, and I think that's why it's still so popular. Then the slate reflector here for a very nice clear side picture. The Constans tactical for the aim walking movement speed increase. This is really significant here. A 36% boost is very strong. Then the M3 Ready Grip again for the aim down side speed and sprint to fire speed, as well as a little bit of a boost to our aim walking movement speed as well. The 30 Russian short 30 round mag does take our damage number to 41 damage per bullet, 41 plus 9 from the incendiary ammo. Occasionally gets us a two-shot kill here, which is still very, very cool. Fabric grip here, of course, for the aim down side speed and the sprint to fire speed, sleight of hand for the faster reload speed, and then the fully loaded perk for the most amount of starting ammo. Almost done here. M1928 is one of the best SMGs in the game as well. You get a very fast TTK, and a 100 round drum mag with this thing is absolutely ridiculous. It's basically like you have an LMG in your pocket with fast movement speed stats. This thing's really unstoppable here. Absolutely one of my favorite weapons going around. Starting us off here again, recoil booster does increase our fire rate quite significantly here. A 5% boost on this thing is really, really strong. We still get that 3-shot kill from the 8mm Kurz 100 round drum here again. This does give us 100 rounds in the mag, as well as 34 damage per bullet. 3-shot kill again at 731 RPM is super, super fast TTKs. CGC 12-inch cooling does give us a highly accurate and controllable weapon though, giving us 2.4 degrees of recoil, which is an absolutely ridiculous number. This thing as well is an absolute laser beam. Again, the large set of iron sights here gives us a very clear sight picture. Again, a very, very cool option to go with. Also increases our aim down side speed. The CGC wire grip does increase our aim walking movement speed quite significantly here, giving us 9.1 miles per hour, which allows us to move around the map with the aim down side up very, very quickly here. M1941 hand stop again, recoil control and accuracy. Moving on to the length and ammo type, giving us that extra bullet velocity is very, very strong. The fabric grip for the aim down side speed and the sprint to fire speed, the sleight of hand to give us the faster reload speed, and again the fully loaded kit for more starting ammo here. Alright, last one here, a little controversial here, not taking the MP40 and taking the NZ41 instead. Now, why do I like this so much? You're actually able to get a consistent 2-shot kill here. One shot to the chest does give us 40 damage per bullet, and you hit a headshot with this thing, you get a 2-shot kill. If you've been killed by this with a 2-shot kill, you know how strong it is. It happens almost immediately. Like just being able to get a recoil headshot and then a body shot follow-up just deletes people. It's so super fun. Try this out if you've not already done so. Give it the time of day because it is a definitely fun weapon to use. We do have the MX silencer here as well for the accuracy and the sound suppression, again keeping us on target. Orb Weaver 360 MMBC does give us that highly accurate controllable weapon. 40% horizontal recoil boost is very strong with this particular weapon. In the optic, we do have the slate reflector here. I really do think this works very, very nicely with the iron sight and the combo with the slate reflector. It looks super, super clean. In the stock, we do have the Orb Weaver Elite here for the horizontal recoil control and the aim down side speed, a nice little boost. Then we do have the M1941 hand stop again for the recoil control and the accuracy. No magazine here because these are all absolute trash here. They don't really help us out at all. Then the length and ammo type again for bullet velocity increase of 30%. We do have the fabric grip again as well for the aim down side speed, sprint to fire speed. We have the pin proficiency, which is very interesting here. The enemies suffer more flinch when they are damaged by you. If you've been hit by this, you know what this feels like, and it is very hard to fight back someone with the pin proficiency. And then again, we round this off with fully loaded here to give us more starting ammo. So that is going to be our top 10 best class setups in the game right now. I do feel a little bad about not including the MP40 because it is such a reliable killing tool. It's probably number 11 on this list. I mean, again, this isn't in order, but it definitely could have gone on here, and I do appreciate the MP40. If you do think that there is a class setup that I missed, make sure you leave a comment letting me know. Again, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it, and it really does help me out. Of course, we are still looking for 6,000 subscribers, and if we could hit that goal, that would be absolutely massive. So again, thank you for watching this one. Hopefully this did help you out, and again, I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!